All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Happy Monday. Sean here with Blue Ridge Silverhound. Hope everyone's having a great start to your week. The Monday market report will be coming up here later today. So have no fear. The goods will be here. So, time that we talk about the newest upcoming VaultBox Series 7, which will be dropping this Wednesday, May 1st, at the butt crack of dawn. Well, for most of us here on the West Coast. Anyways, so 8 o'clock a.m. here, Pacific Daylight Time, and then you guys, wherever you're at across the nation, will be, whatever time that is, plus 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, whatever, minus an hour, 2 hours. So, hot off the heels of a couple really, really big releases. Series 5, I believe, up to this point, the top two or three prizes, chases, have yet to be uncovered. And I know a lot of people were cracking those boxes open pretty good. A large volume of them were being opened up. So as far as we know, the top couple prizes, I believe, hasn't been found yet. And then after that, VaultBox released a Series 6, which was all ancient coins. A very limited release, to be sure. There wasn't a whole lot of boxes made, and it sold out just like that. And then here we are, Series 7. A long departure since when I talked about Series 1 and VaultBox as a company. They have been the gold standard yet again with all the pretenders out in the marketplace that produce similar quality product, just really falling short. So are we going to see another strong showing here on Series 7? We're going to talk about it. Based off of one of the big chases that I can see, it's going to be quite the treasure hunt, to be sure. It's going to be an 1893S Morgan dollar. So these are going to be one coin boxes. The last time we saw this, I believe, was Series 4. Series 4, I believe, or Series 3, where Wallbox actually did a dollar centric release, which had a lot of Morgan dollars, had Peace dollars, had Silver Eagles, and things like that. And that one sold really well. It did sell out completely in record time, and I would expect the same to follow suit here with Series 7. So this particular one might be a limited production release, and the big reason why, compared to, say, a Series 5, is that you have one coin boxes, a household order limit of two only, whereas in Series 5, they came three to a box, and they had a household order limit, I believe, up to a case, which holds six, I think six individual boxes. Each one has three coins. You get the big idea. So this one, I'm foreseeing that we're going to possibly see a much limited release here, which means that the chases could be a lot bigger. So again, this is coming up on Wednesday, May 1st, 8 p.m. or 8 a.m. in the morning here on the West Coast. So there's also going to be some pre 33 gold, my favorite, you know, um, and a lot of other things. Some pattern coins, looks like shillings for the very first time. So a lot of like colonial era type stuff, which leads me to believe at a MSRP of $399, which by no means is cheap. Series 4 in comparison, I believe, was $249 or somewhere around there. So based off of that one compared to this one, it's $150 more. But what does it have to justify that? And just reading the first couple lines of text on this particular part of the page kind of gives us a little bit of a sneak peek. So let's go ahead and click into more about Series 7 here, and then we can kind of dissect what the distribution list looks like for this release. Every Vault Box series features a fun, unique, and exciting theme. Okay, and they usually kind of preface the everything with this. Loaded with hundreds of or thousands of coins, especially curated by Vault Box and authenticated by NGC. They're probably going to continue on with the NGCX 10-point grading scale, which up to this point, a lot of people have been okay with it so far. Not their perennial favorite, but for folks like me, I know and understand the value of utilizing this particular grading standard for it. And it's worked out. We're seeing a lot younger people get into the hobby because of things like the 10-point grading scale, because it meshes so well with like comic book grading, sports car grading, things like that. So, Series 7 launching up on Wednesday. Once you receive your box, look up the unique serial number on each coin in your box, then add your coin to your collection. Sell it or cash out quickly with our instant offer. Of course, that instant offer is always there. Providing in mind that it's always better if you want to sell it, probably not to use the instant offer option, although it does pay you out pretty quickly upon them receiving the coin back. All right. So here's what's included here. A couple of highlights. And boy, quite stunning. Reminds me every bit of Series 5, but on a more sampler size kind of level. Again, pre 1933 gold is going to be in the house, along with patterns. Very expensive coins that are going to be in there. They're going to be kind of like the trial strikes with different designs that they had produced, but never circulated. A lot of them were produced in proof as well. A proof set redemption, which looks pretty sweet, and King of Morgan Dollars at 1893S, which is the mainline hit of this product. NGCX about uncirculated 8.3, which, if memory serves, is a AU53, I believe, or an AU55. It's going to be one of those two grades. How do I know? Because my wife pulled the 1895 another big key date, in uncirculated 8.3. All right. So, 1893S, I would love to personally own one in that high grade. It's huge. It's a many tens of thousands of dollars coin. But let's not forget that they're also going to have a 1907 high relief $20 St. Gaudens with the flat rim. Okay, there's the flat rim versus the wire rim. This is going to be the flat rim variety in very fine 6.5. In 1836 J70, so that's our first pattern coin. $1 gold dollar pattern in gilt copper NGC X proof 9.3. I'm sure that particular one is worth in excess of $10,000. 1652 Ghost Oak Tree Shilling NGCX very fine 6. Beautiful coin. I've laid eyes on that particular one maybe twice in my career of doing this. And then the 1906 Proof Set NGCX Red Core, which includes 5 total coins, and it is a redemption. All right, so you'll receive one coin with what I feel is like a paper redemption, and you just have to correspond with VaultBox to get the rest of the coins too. All right. So we're going to take a look at the distribution list here momentarily. If you were going to get in, keep in mind we are 2 short days away, so buy Series 7 now. You'll click into that, and you'll simply add in your contact information, so that way you get the message within moments before it actually goes on sale. Keeping in mind that they're going to do the waiting room feature on this, and it worked out really well for the last couple releases. So make sure you get yourself in the waiting room. The earlier you are in there, the better your chances are of being able to check out with either 1 or 2 of these boxes. I would say go all in and buy 2 boxes. That would be my personal take on this, and why would you do it any other way? So it's going to be a 1906 Proof set. All right, 1 VaultBox Series 7 comes with not 1 but 5 total red cores. Obviously, they're not going to put all 5 in the one box because you can weigh it. Look for the box loaded with 1 coin from our 5-piece 1906 Proof set, as well as instructions to contact us, so that way we can send you the rest of the coins. It highlights all of the individual grades. The 1906 quarter in proof 9.5 is going to be the one singular physical coin that's going to be released in specially marked boxes of Series 7 VaultBox. Single coin boxes returned. I actually enjoyed the single coin boxes. Secondary market on this particular release, I think, is going to be kind of ridiculous. I'm speculating maybe $550 to $600 if you're going to buy it online on Whatnot and some of the other streamers. They're going to be kind of pricey because of the reported type of fines you could achieve in these. There is going to be pre-33 gold. I mean, why would you not love that? In the single coin box, for the first time ever, you can find pre-1933 gold in a single coin vault box. Pre-33 gold is our most requested category of coins to include in vault box, and that's exactly why we had to bring them to single coin boxes too. And I couldn't agree more. I've been waiting for pre-33 gold in vault box, and then now it is coming to life here with this release. And then, of course, bounties are back, baby. Bounties, people have been loving them. It kind of adds an extra value proposition to collecting into the Vault Box series of coins, you know? So it just doesn't stop at paying $400 for a box, okay? You gotta keep in mind that things like these exist externally on the back end of your purchase, and it's something that you could participate in. And then with the bounties, you're issued cash rewards and things like that. So there is a Series 7 bounty tab, probably to keep the video as brief as we can, because we're going to look at the distribution list. I'll let you guys take a look at the bounties at your leisure. All right. And then again, kind of like a little brief look at the release. $3.99 MSRP, plus tax and ship, of course. Limit 2 per household. Again, it's going to be a very limited release because of that household order limit. But let's go ahead and take a look at the distribution. Let's see what they got in here aside from the top 5. All right, so they're going to start off with all the red core hits, which are going to be the chasers. Okay, this is the chasers of the product. Oftentimes, if you hit a red core and you're in your vault box at $400, the theory is you're going to make money off of it. Okay, that's in it if and only if you received your vault box, you got a red core, and you went and sold it. Okay, the secondary market generally pays a lot more than what the actual MSRP of the box is going to be. So if you got a red core, congratulations. That's a huge hit, and that's going to be a W in that column for sure. So we know the top 5 hits here. So there's a 84cc and a 9.7, and it's a toner as well. My goodness. That is, let's see. I don't have my little sheet here with me, but I believe a 9.7 is going to be a mid-state 67, I believe, which would be a huge coin, and if it's toned. 36 cap bus half dime and mid-state 9.5, 1878 trade dollar, and proof 9.3. Goodness. That's a huge nugget. 26 grams of Mexico gold nugget. I can only imagine what that's going to look like in a slab. That thing is going to be a giant piece for sure. 1909 SVDB Lincoln set in 9.3 red brown. Impressive. Another 25 ounce gold nugget, 19 gram California gold, also certified in an NGC holder. There's another pattern Indian head cent in proof 9.4. A 64 large Motto 2 cent piece at 9.5 red. My goodness, the hits just keep on coming. Nearly 12 gram gold nugget certified. Also in there, 1798 draped bust silver dollar. Again, one of my favorite designs, bar none. The draped bust design by Robert Scott is just awesome. It's a good 2.5. 1801 draped bust silver dollar in fine 4 as well. There's the 1802 draped bust dollar in 3.5. Seated Liberty silver dollar in AU 8.3. Again, that's not like that AU 53 kind of grade. 1859 seated Liberty dollar. We have a few of those. A couple really nice Morgans. 1878 eight tail feather, which is the one that you want in mid-state 9.3. Some pretty nice key Carson Cities. 78s, 79s. 1880 a hitless 40 Morgan silver dollar in 9.3. A couple really insane grades here: 79S and 97. More CCs, more Morgans. Morgans are kind of like the big hits out of these, and these top grades should be a lot of fun to try and pull these out of there. All right, and let's go on beyond the Morgans here. Even has some 1921s. We also got some peace dollars as well in the house, including a number of 1928 key date peace dollars as well in 91, 92, and 93. It would be awesome to receive one of those. There's an 1804 cross 4 no stems drape bus half set. I've owned a few of those in my life. They're beautiful. Uncirculated 8.3, AU 8.3 brown. 1806 drape bus half cent. Some more half cents going into classic head. So a Mexican Onza Gold Libertad, a quarter ouncer. 1820 cap bust dime pattern in very fine 5. So a lot of just incredibly huge coins up and down here, and they're all like graded really high. VaultBox appears to have stepped it up quite a bit in the red core department. Here's my wife's favorite: is the 1942/1 Mercury dime. They have one an extremely fine 7, which I believe is the XF40, and then also one in XF45 or 7.5 as well. 44 Mercury dime in mid-state 9.8. That's huge. There's a Massachusetts Colonial Cent. Extremely fine 7 in brown. More patterns in here. All these ones that have the J161 are patterns. Patterns, in theory, are worth, at the very least, $800 to $1,000, if not more. They are some of the most expensive U.S. coins in history. And I've never personally owned one. So maybe with this release, I'm going to be in for 2. So you just take 2 off the board. I'm going to be buying 2 of these. And then rest assured that I will be getting a pattern out of any of this stuff. A pattern and, who knows what else. But commemoratives, Isabella Commem in there too. Again, one of my favorite commems. I've owned a few of those myself. Standing Liberty quarters of all dates and sizes, 2-cent pieces, 3-cent pieces, more proof coinage, overdates, varieties. Cool, we got some shipwrecks, some Bolivia 4 reales or reals. Very neat. Look at that. There's even a flowing hair $half, $17.95 in very good 3. I would take that all day long. But yeah, I mean, just an incredible lineup. Cap plus $half up to yin yang here. I don't know what else to say. I mean, this in itself, and see, it says red all across the left side of the screen, which means that this list continues to go on. It's quite the stacked list, you know. And again, this best represents coins that have that value of over $400. Not to say that if you bought any of these on the secondary market, that you're going to end up paying a lot more for those boxes after MSRP. And then if you did hit a red seal or a red core, it may not necessarily hit that price. Novo Constellatio Colonial, again, that's a beauty right there. All right, so we're still in red territory. Look at that. Look at all the reds. Now here's the black cores. Okay, so more Morgans of all types. Again, you're gonna have to go in here and purple fun box label. I wonder what the heck that is. 1900 O over CC top 100 Morgan. I know that one. I've cherry picked a few of those. An XF7. All right, so extremely fine 40 or XF40 is what a 7 is. Fun box label. That's interesting. I'm going to have to ask Blake about that. But yeah, I mean, kind of like the second tier list, the black horse, they look fine. It's not like they're throwing in some like Susan B. Anthony, mid state 65 or anything in here. These are all kind of like suitable, kind of like base core black core hits. And who doesn't like Morgan silver dollars? It's like it takes the sting away if you don't hit a big red core, and you ended up with a couple of these bangers. Like an 1899S, folks, is actually a semi-key date. And especially an AU condition. That is that's a phenomenal coin. It's worth a number of hundreds of dollars. Just for that one particular date, because I know how tough they are. Same with 1902S. That's pretty big there. You have some mid state 66s in here as well on some of these more common dates. Which kind of elevates them into a coin that's worth $300 to $400. So you're not taking a really huge beating on some of these coins. Of course, there's going to be detractors to this, right? There are people that buy in at, say, I'm going to use the example $400, and they buy one, and they end up with the lowest base black core hit that's worth like $150. You're like, oh, I wasted $250. I'm like, no, that's just how it works. It's that you can't hit the banger every single time. I've bought a few of these and have hit junk out of it. Not junk, but I haven't hit enough to make what I paid for it. All right, and I have bought a couple of these from the secondary market. So you know, um, bad on me for doing that. I should have just bought what I needed right off the website when it went on sale. But that's just simple how simple economics work. I don't see this as gambling because gambling means that you have the opportunity to lose all your money. You get always value back out of your vault box, and then the thing that a lot of people tend to forget is that vault box slabs on the secondary market carry a considerable premium, anywhere from like 10 to 100% extra value because of that. So I see what I like. There's a lot of great stuff. They even have proof mercury dimes as a black core hit. Are you freaking kidding me, people? Like there's no we're not settling for anything here. We you could earn yourself something pretty epic and pretty sweet. And this is what U.S. type coins is all about. It's about collecting, branching out, the evolution of the next steps as being a collector. Whether you do the whole vault box thing or you go out there and you buy the coins on your own, whether it's raw or graded, it really doesn't matter. It's all inconsequential. You are in to collecting things that people might have held during the Civil War or during colonial times. Someone probably had that coin in their pocket when they were signing the Declaration of Independence. But we don't know any better, right? It's like there's just so much history enmeshed with this particular collectible above all else. It's like, oh, baseball cards and football cards are all the rage today, and basketball because of this one hot rookie. Yeah, well, they didn't live through the War of 1812. So it really depends on who you talk to. Me personally, I'm a history buff, so I get off on things like this in a huge way. But I'm impressed. I'm thoroughly impressed by the list up and down. The prospect is huge here. This is going to be an instant sellout, like all of VaultBox's products have been. I know I'm kind of like a VaultBox homer, but if I notice any discrepancies in the product and the value proposition, I'll point it out. I just don't see that here. You know, it's just a very high quality product that serves its customers and its collectors. And it's one of those things. Nobody's gonna force you to shell out $400 for these things. You don't have to buy them, but it's my job to go out here and to give what I feel like is a very unbiased review on these products. And I've done that on other products as well, with good, bad, or indifferent. And I've said a few things. I've slammed VaultBox on a few things as well in the past that could only serve as more of constructive feedback for the powers that be at VaultBox. Um, and it's just it's awesome to see that through 7 series that they have um, survived in the marketplace, and that they've also listened to the customers. Okay, they are there to to do something and provide a very unique experience that we have never seen in the numismatics world, bar none. So you guys can go on here, take a look at everything. I still have a whole quarter of the page to look through. I don't think I'm going to do that. I'm going to jump off of here so that way you guys can go check it out. If you are at all interested in buying one or two of these, go ahead and provide your information so that way you can get an email or a text when these go live within minutes of the live event. So, wow, impressive. I'm out of here, guys. You guys have a great rest of your day. If you're going to do this, thing, best of luck. I'm going to be on my two. I'm going to do a video on it. So that's it. I'll see you guys later. Have a good one. Have a great Monday. Stay tuned for the Monday Market Report that will be coming up this afternoon. And I will see you guys later. Take care.